Hello everyone, Shadefire here, and welcome back to Let's Play Metro Last Light. This is episode 18. Last time we continued our way across the swamp and made it to the ranger outpost in the church. And we also dealt with the bog shrimp that had been hunting us the whole time, and now we're finally amongst friendly ranger comrades and can report the whole situation with the communists and Pavel and the baby Dark One.
For some reason I was genuinely glad to see Anna, my pain-in-the-ass partner. She finally stopped those wicked jokes of hers. Looks like she's ashamed of having left her partner at the battlefield.
Those wicked jokes where she called me rabbit.
I didn't take you seriously before, but Hunter, he read you right from the start. He put his trust in you. It took me time. I didn't understand until I saw you in action, and I almost got you killed. You don't make this easy for me, Artyom. I'll stop for now. Go on and get ready. The guys are coming soon and we're all going to Oktyabrskaya.
It's kind of weird that she still only refers to her dad as Hunter, when that was more of his vocation than his actual name. So we're in a, not necessarily a friendly station, but we're in a friendly place for once. Because we haven't really seen any other rangers since we got captured by the Nazis.
By the way, a traveling gun merchant stopped here for the night, so you could take a look at his merchandise.
And being in a friendly
That's
place
a
means
great
we can
idea,
buy stuff.
girlie. Help an old man survive these troubled times. Buy some guns.
So, what's going on?
S.t.a.l.k.e.r team is on the move. Should be here within the hour.
Great.
So we could fill up on ammo, though you can see most of our guns are still full up. We haven't been using a lot of these ammo types.
Sanya, what's so in the air? How's the international?
See, how much
Buy
is
these, man. Mutants
It's
won't be
incredible.
selling any ammo.
For 10 years, nothing but static. Then, last month, I got St. Petersburg.
And we're
And
mostly
they
full
know
on
us.
everything except
Somebody
incendiaries.
flew over there with a plane.
Bye, man.
A little one caused a real commotion.
That's old news. What do you hear from New York and London, huh?
I don't know about London, but there's this city up north, Porania Zori. There's a nuclear power plant. Some people survived there. I talked to them. Barbarians were laying siege on them, but they still held the fort.
You're a great liar, Sanya. You could write plays about miserable life. Pack them into the Bolshoi.
I'm pretty sure those stories are referencing the sort of Metro expanded universe. Basically, there's a bunch of other Metro books not written by Glukhovsky that he sort of considers canon anyway. So there's definitely one about the St. Petersburg Metro, but I'm not sure about this city. Alright, so what can we do here? We've got our Kalash, our shotgun, and our rifle. Could maybe customize our Kalash? Yeah, it looks like we can put some sights and stuff. The Kalash is not really the best gun, mostly because it shoots a little too fast for you to really make use of the ammo. But it's not a terrible gun either, it does a lot of damage. Not as good as the RPK we had, though. Which we could replace, but I think we'll stick with it now just because I didn't really use it at all in the 2033 playthrough. Could also get a revolver to replace our sniper rifle, because the sniper rifle is not going to do us much good in the metro tunnels once we get back there. So let's see, if we trade this in, we'll get some money back. Sure, let's trade this in. And to mix things up, let's trade in our shotgun for a Saiga, which is also a shotgun, obviously. Let's see. Don't really need a sight on it because it is a shotgun. We could silence it, but that would be silly. So let's just extend magazine. We still got plenty of bullets. Or I should say military grade rounds. It's not the same kind of bullets. Let's just put a regular sight on our revolver. Extended barrel. Laser sight. And a stock. So we spent a lot of money on this, but again, we can just sell it back if we trade it for something else. And our Kalash. Don't really need a laser sight or a silencer, so let's put a night sight on it. And I think we're good to go. I think we can report back to base.
Have you ever been to the catacombs?
Only once. Really old church catacombs. No idea how old they could be. They even survived the nuclear bombs. Some people from the church hid here during the war, but they just disappeared. Could have gone to the main metro tunnels or, well, people say things, you know?
You mean the Big Mama?
Who might that be?
Well, our guys are fast.
Check it out, just in case.
Password!
Roadblock!
That's an old one.
I know that voice. Shit, I can't place it. Wait a minute. Could it be Lesnitsky? You damn traitor.
Anna, what a surprise. I'm no traitor. I never served you in the first place. We'll take this one back.
No!
That's it. Move!
Well, now we've had a bit of a trade-off, and our partner has gotten captured instead of vice versa. And the ranger outpost is pretty much fucked up. You'd think the rangers would have been better prepared for an attack, but anyhow. N has been captured, and everyone else is dead. Outpost is on fire. I'm not sure how the door exploded. It's not exactly clear what they did, but I guess they just put charges on it or something. And now we have to head into the catacombs anyway because all the other paths are blocked. But this is where we had to go in the first place. So it seems likely we didn't actually have a chance to get a message off to the rest of the Order, meaning that they don't know that the Reds have basically declared war on us. There's a duplet here. Yeah, bastard. So as you might expect from a level called the Catacombs, or a place called Catacombs at least, this is a bit more of a Metro 23v3 sort of eerie level, especially with that. Essentially, that is some sort of anomaly or weird interference that prevents us from using our flashlight or our night vision goggles. So we only have our lighter to see by. can see why the Rangers, who basically fight back the effects of the apocalypse with pre-war technology, would be kind of against going down here. There's also these torches we can light on the way. And of course, being a catacombs, there is a bunch of coffins and such from long before the war. And that means we can use our light again. Well, something rather large is wandering around down here. There's also these weird things built, like this sort of ancient elevator, that kind of imply this has been in use for a long time, this area. As though that we are going through some sort of pre-war construction below the catacombs. And that's the other reason that people don't like coming down here. It's full of Nosalises. Did not mean to throw that. The Nosalis around here are fairly tough. Just like in the first game, there are a bunch of different kinds of them, with varying strengths, and they're quite actually a bit tougher than howlers. Despite their sort of physical similarities. Some sort of natural spring down here. And these dead guys that we're going to see throughout the level are presumably communists, at least these freshly dead guys, who were with Lesnitsky. I keep accidentally hitting the throw object button instead of crouch. So having a shotgun is especially useful in this level. Another spot where we can't use our night vision because of some sort of anomaly. Which is something we haven't really had to deal with a lot of in this game. The various anomalous phenomena of the Metro. Some more dead guys and some more dead Nosalises. Some sort of weird underground chapel here. Customized bastard. Throwing knives not quite as effective on Nosalis as they are on people. It doesn't count as an instant kill if you get them unawares. And this just sort of loops back around. There's all these weird, like, broken down structures down here, but again, in addition to the metro tunnels and such, there's a lot of weird things built over hundreds of years underneath Moscow. Libraries and torture chambers and catacombs. All sorts of stuff left over. You can see why Nosalis are pretty rough in a fight, since once they get close enough to hit you, they will just keep slapping you and slapping you. There's no sort of break between their attacks. Which, coincidentally, makes them the most effective enemy against other enemies in places where you can put them together. There's even a sort of NPC arena in one of the DLCs where you can pit them against each other, and unless they're super outnumbered, Nosalis usually win against everything else. So, here's the automatic shotgun, which was a DLC thing for the first game. So, you know what, let's swap it out for our Saiga. It's basically a shotgun machine gun. This is also one of the levels that does not have a diary entry, so that's why I'm not really looking around for it. You can see gunfire off in the distance. It seems like we're keeping pretty good pace with Lesnitsky's goons. Lesnitsky. Man, that's kind of a hard name to say offhand. So those things that are attacking us from far away are the winged Nosalises, which we saw in the first game, and they basically have a sort of sonic ranged attack, which is why our hearing was getting all messed up. You can sort of sneak through this area, but because they're mutants, they're a lot better at picking up on you being there than, you know, human enemies. Which is why in the first game it was pretty much impossible to sneak past any enemies that weren't already scripted to ignore you. Got a guy with a quad barrel duplet here. It's pretty neat, but we'll stick with our automatic. Oh, did not mean to do that. I Forgot that the secondary fire for this just kind of fires a whole bunch of shots in rapid succession. So let's try not to waste all of our shotgun ammo, because we don't have that much left. Since you can't actually carry that much. That looks like a lurker. It seems to be kind of implied that lurkers are just baby Nosalis. Even though they look kind of different, they look more similar in this game than they did in the first one. Which might be why there are some here, as we seem to be getting closer to their nest. Well, with crappy weapons like that, it's not really a surprise that they all died. But they're communists, so I'm sure they were happy to die for their cause. No, I don't want to switch to my military grade. Almost here. Seems like our cue to get out of here. I find that the regular pipe bombs just aren't that useful in this game, and they remove the sticky ones from the first game. The ones that were covered in nails and would actually stick into what you throw them at. Here you kind of throw them, and whatever you're throwing them at just kind of walks past it. And this is the source of all those sounds we were hearing. Seems the Big Mama wasn't such a rumor after all. Also called the Rhino Nosalis. It's essentially what you can see. A big, angry Nosalis that is trying to charge us to death. I'm sure you can kind of tell what to do here. For some reason, after destroying the support pillars, she just sort of runs off. I assume it's a she. That's supposed to be a sort of Nosalis queen. That is the source of all the Nosalis down here. Because she likes to charge things, the claymores are actually fairly effective against her. Kind of trapped in a corner here. Well, she wasn't too tough. Unfortunately, all that ramming into stuff brought down the things that were keeping the water out.